How's it going out there today, guys and gals? It's not going to be a normal live stream. I just wanted to jump in here real quick and talk about this because it's something that aggravates me a little bit because I know where this is going to go after this unfortunate incident out at Florida State University that happened this morning sometime. A guy who is what we know right now, he is a son of a sheriff's deputy, actually. A lady that was working for the Leon County Sheriff's Department, and that's how he got the gun. From what I'm hearing, from reports that I'm hearing, there's five dead. That could be wrong. That could be right. I'm not sure. I know there's multiple injuries, maybe 7 or 8. Someone had said earlier that there was 2 gunmen. I'm not sure if that's true or not either, but I heard there was 2 gunmen. One was shot dead, and the one that's still alive is the son of a sheriff's deputy. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring up a few clips real quick and give y'all some backdrop on this. If you haven't already heard about it already, let me go ahead and show a few clips of the incident that happened today. And the reason why the reason why I'm doing a live stream on this is because I know what's going to happen here. All those puddings out there they're all up in their feelers about gun control are going to use this and politicize this because that's the cowards they are. But I'll get to that in just a second.
Oh my God.
Is she hurt? Oh, is she shot?
Oh my
God. Oh my God. She got shot? Did she? Oh, yeah, she got shot. Is she? Like a black girl. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, that's the story. She got shot. Oh my God.
That's one of the clips today of one of the students getting shot. A lot of these little programs like Benny Johnson and all them, they don't want to show that because they say it's too graphic. But it's something that needs to be seen just to show the pure cowardness of the people that do these things. I'm no way, shape, and form condoning people being able to just freelance walk around and have weapons on them without any kind of laws or limitations. But at the same time, man, these people, and I can hear it already, man. These CNN jackasses out there, MSNBC, all these liberal spastic networks out there are going to be in here. And they're going to be like, oh, we need to see. That's why you need gun control, because of Florida state laws. Look what happened. Well, let me tell you what's going to happen here. If you go into a knee-jerk reaction mode on this, and you go out and you take everybody's guns and limit their gun access, there's no way. And I was listening to Benny Johnson's show earlier, just like Benny Johnson said, there's no way that you're ever going to be able to get all those weapons back. You can try to recall all these guns from people you want to, but they're not going to give them back. They're just going to hide them or do something with them. And what's going to happen is law-abiding citizens like you and I, who have to give up their guns because this jackass, this coward, decided to do what he did, we're not going to have a gun to defend ourselves. So what you're going to have is a gun-free zone, and people that still have guns, like criminals and people with mental issues like this guy obviously had, they're still going to have their guns. And they're going to be able to come into a gun-free zone with no worries whatsoever of being shot back at. So that's why I wanted to come in here and get in here and say something about this whole situation, even though it's not a sports-related topic. And I said we already got some people up in here, Thunder OU Sooners in the house. What happened in Florida is a very sad thing. At least they caught the perpetrator. That is true. I mean, I think it's one of the perpetrators. I think there might have been 2. I think one of them got killed, and I'm hearing that there's been 5 confirmed deaths already in that shooting. America is too big to confiscate all guns. There are over 300 million people. That is exactly what I'm saying, Thunder Road Youth Center. And those of us like you and I, if we come back and give our guns back because we're law-abiding citizens, then we're going to be unprotected if someone doesn't give their gun back and they decide to come into a gun-free zone and just light us up. And that's what they do. That's what these cowards do that go around taking guns and doing a cowardly thing and killing people that are unarmed. They know they're unarmed, and that's why they do it. Most of the time, now there's outliers out there where people actually went into a situation and started shooting at folks even though they knew they had guns, like the shooter that shot Donald Trump in the ear kind of deal. But those are far and in between. Most of these mass shootings that occur in gun-free zones or zones where they know people do not have a way to defend themselves, because that's what cowards do. Open carry laws are required, not an option. And I would like for you to elaborate on that if you want to, Big Stack. Just, tell me exactly what you mean by that. Open carry laws are required, not an option. Thunder Road Youth Center says criminals are going to find a way to get guns no matter what. They don't care about breaking the law. Exactly. So recalling everybody's guns is not going to solve the problem. You're still going to have people who are going to do bad things. Even if you recalled all the guns and somehow got them all, they'll find some other way to kill people. They won't be able to do it in mass shootings like that, but there's other ways that you can kill a bunch of people. You can drive your vehicle on campus and just start running over folks with a 2,000-pound car. You could probably take out a lot more people, to be honest with you, than you could with a gun. You could just go around running over folks. We're going to confiscate every vehicle in the United States now, or is everybody going to start riding bicycles? Just saying. States like Oklahoma and Louisiana are constitutional carrier states. Well, that's what I'm asking. What do you mean by that? What is the inflection of what you're saying? I don't understand how it goes with what we're saying here. I want some context and what you're really trying to say here. All right, I'm going to show the press conference real quick. And what really aggravates me and pisses me off about these press conferences is these law enforcement agencies get up there and they start rattling off all these people like they're characters in a movie, like they're credits or something, like they're trying to get their recognition. I'm like, someone just got killed and someone died. Quit congratulating yourself and all the first responders. This is not a time to congratulate yourself and pat yourself on the back because you showed up and did your job. Tell us what we want to know. Give us the details of what happened. We don't care about your long list of people that you want to give accolades to. This ain't the Academy Awards or the Golden Globes. We don't want to hear who you want to thank, people that are still alive. We want to know about the people that's been killed, the people that's been hurt, and the families that are suffering. But let me go ahead and get to this real quick.
All FSU athletic events in Tallahassee are canceled through Sunday. At approximately 11:50 a.m. Thursday, April 17th, a gunman opened fire on the main campus of Florida State University in Tallahassee, shooting multiple individuals in the vicinity of the Student Union building.
As you can see here, I skipped ahead some because he was in the midst of all that crap that I was talking about.
FSU police responded immediately, engaged, neutralized, and apprehended the shooter. 2 victims are deceased, and 5 individuals have been transported to a local hospital with gunshot wounds. The shooter has also been transported to a local hospital. The 2 deceased are not students. The shooter is believed to be a current FSU student. I do not have additional information on the shooter's identity at this time. Students who need assistance can go to the Donald L. Tucker Center, where the university is providing counseling, health care, and other support services. Family members are also able to go to the Tucker Center for assistance. Students, faculty, and staff are asked to call their loved ones as soon as possible to update them on their status.
I'll fast forward this just a little bit.
To the scene. I also want to thank the responding agencies
There we go.
who have provided assistance to FSU today big time, including the Tallahassee Police Department, the Leon County.
So that's what I'm talking about right there. Let's get to this.
And I am Chief Revel with the Tallahassee Police Department. As the shooting occurred today, our officers, as well as every single other officer in this city and county, responded immediately to this scene. Once on scene and once we began working through what was occurring and what we were working in consultation with FSU, Tallahassee Police Department was asked to take lead on this. So we will be the lead for this investigation in both the officer involved shooting portion of this as well as the homicide portion of this. I will come up after the last speaker and entertain just a few questions, but needless to say, we have multiple crime scenes. This is a very large area we're covering. We have thousands, hundreds of thousands, or hundreds or thousands of witnesses. And again, this is an active, ongoing investigation. So the information that we will be allowed to release right now may be fairly limited. I'll answer what I can at that time. But I will assure you that as soon as we can, any information that becomes available, we will make that available to you. One of the things in the process, and again, understand that this is an ongoing active investigation. So things are happening as we are standing here and as we are speaking. We have identified the shooter, obviously. He's at the hospital. So with more on that, I'm going to allow the sheriff to come up and speak on that portion of it.
Thank you, Chief. As Chief Revel indicated, I'm Walt McNeil, Leon County Sheriff. First and foremost, let me express our gratitude.
I'm going to fast forward it past that.
Knowing that your law enforcement agencies are going to respond.
Once again, congratulating themselves. That stuff just pisses me off. They can do that the next day. The next day when they have a press conference, then they can congratulate themselves. Don't be congratulating yourselves right after someone just got killed.
We do what we can to make sure we lock him or her up. Let me say to you, this is obviously a heinous crime.
Oh, shit.
Our deepest condolences go out to the FSU family, the families of the students who are here.
It's fixed and tell the shooters.
And we understand that you all have been devastated because of this person's actions. The question as it relates to who is the shooter is 20-year-old Phoenix Eichner. And he's the son of a Leon County Sheriff deputy. Our Deputy Eichner has been with the Leon County Sheriff's Office for over 18 years. She has a tremendous job that she's done. Her service to this community has been exceptional. Unfortunately, her son had access to one of her weapons. And that was one of the weapons that was found at the scene.
You think?
And we are continuing that investigation into how that weapon was used and what other weapons perhaps he may have had access to. The alleged shooter was also a long-standing member of the Leon County Sheriff's Office Citizen Advisory or Youth Advisory Council. So he has been steeped in the Leon County Sheriff's Office family, engaged in a number of training programs that we have. So it's not a surprise to us that he had access to weapons. This event is tragic in more ways than you people in the audience could ever fathom from a law enforcement perspective.
We can't phantom it. It's not phantom, is it? It's fathom. Y'all need to get someone up here who can speak English, man. It's not phantom, it's fathom.
But I will tell you this. We will make sure that we do everything we can to prosecute.
You think?
And make sure that we send a message to folks that this will never be tolerated here in Leon County, and I dare say across this state and across this nation. Thank you. Let me bring up the FBI Assistant Special Agent.
No, let's not do that. But yeah, there you go. Basically, it was a Leon County sheriff's son that had access, and I didn't know this, but he was involved in a lot of programs with Leon County through his mother. So this is probably pretty much a big old black eye for law enforcement. I mean, someone that's been with the department for 18 years and their son just flips out and kills somebody, man, that's some weird stuff, man. That's some stuff that just something don't quite add up about all that. And like I said, there's rumors that there's 2 shooters. One of them got killed. One of them didn't get killed. That being the one that's in custody now, that's at the hospital. Big Stat Kelly says, what I mean is more states should be permitted to open carry without restrictions like gun-free zones is what I meant. Okay. Well, I don't think there should be any gun-free zones whatsoever, so I agree with you. Everybody should be able to carry. Back in the old West, back in the day, back in the 1800s, you know, you didn't have people going up into schools and churches and even saloons and shooting people. She just goes, I mean, of course it happened every once in a while, but it wasn't as frequent probably because everybody else was carrying a gun. Everybody else had a fair opportunity to shoot you back, right? In a video posted on X, there's a person shot laying down off a sidewalk as a person is sipping on Starbucks coffee, filming and casually walking by. Sad, very sad. Yeah, that's today's society. It's what we live in. And that video that I just popped up was a video of students videoing from afar. I guess they was on the second level of some building looking out the window as someone was shot and the police officers were laying them down. From what the people in the background were saying, it looked maybe it was like a female. Not sure about that. But like I said, if y'all got any more updates on this, just drop it in the comment section and we'll address it accordingly. But I heard when I was watching the Benny Johnson show that there's actually been 5 confirmed deaths. Now, that could be incorrect. I'm not going to say that Benny Johnson's always on point, but usually he is. But I'm hearing that now it's went from 2 deceased to 5 deceased. Y'all have any updates on that maybe I'm not aware of? And like I said, if you do, just drop it in the comment section. But the reason why I brought this to the forefront today is wasn't to come in here and talk about sports or anything like that. Usually my channel is about sports, but I do dabble in politics and other issues. And this is one that really hits home for me because I cannot stand that whole thing about, see, if you had gun control, that guy wouldn't have killed nobody. Yeah, he would have. Because guess what? His mother was a deputy sheriff for 18 years. He was in the volunteer program with the sheriff's department. So he had access to weapons no matter what. Even if he had his private weapons taken from him at his residence, he's still working with the police department. And it's probably very easy to get your hands on a gun at that point. So taking everybody's guns away, I hate to keep pounding this, and because this is why I'm doing this live stream, taking everybody's guns away is not going to solve the issue. You're going to have people out there that are idiots or off in the head or some kind of left-wing terrorist organization that's going to find a way to kill masses and masses of people, whether it's driving a vehicle into a crowd or releasing some kind of poison into the air. That you're not going to stop it by getting rid of people's guns. All you're going to do is unarm people like me and you guys in the comment section, and we're not going to be able to defend ourselves. We're not going to have any opportunity at that point to defend ourselves. I heard that the shooter was a left-leaning person. He probably is, but of course, as you know, this legacy media probably won't report that. It's just like that transgender lady that went there and shot them kids at that school up in, I think it was in Nashville, Tennessee. She was a transgender and she just flipped her Fruit Loop and went in there and done that because people were being mean to her about being a transgender. So let's go kill a bunch of kids. You know, someone that don't have any way to defend themselves, because that shows that I'm standing up for a cause. And it shows that you're a freaking coward and that you want to take on people that you know you can beat. Just like transgenders. That just flows right into what I've been saying about all that transgender stuff. Yeah, I got my transgender shot in for the day. You're damn right I did. Because they want to beat up on people that they know they can beat, like transgender men. Lance Flores says he is sure the entire event was recorded from multiple angles. I agree with that. Most likely it was. Big Stack Kelly says 5 is the total that I heard last. Yep, that's exactly what I heard. It's 5 confirmed deaths, and there's still multiple people at the hospital. But let's go back to the and because y'all didn't really see it because I skipped over it. But does not aggravate you that to get to what you want to hear about the important news at hand? Does it not piss you off and aggravate you? They take the time to first congratulate themselves and pat themselves and first responders on the back first. I don't mind you giving accolades because y'all deserve it. First responders, police department, fire department, all you guys do a job that a lot of us couldn't do. But when someone just got killed and a bunch of people are hurting, you need to address that first and foremost. And then if you want to give accolades, do that shit at the end. Don't get it out there first to try to get your pats on the back. That really aggravates me when they do these press conferences and they come out and they go through this long list of people that they want to congratulate. Because you did your job, because you did what you was paid to do. Don't pick on us. That's what they're saying. Like, well, don't blame us. Don't pick on us. We did our job. We're great. And here's a list of names. It's great. Like I said earlier, this ain't the Golden Globes. This ain't the Academy Awards, man. We don't give a shit about your credits. It's just like a movie, man. Most people don't read the credits, right? And that's why the credits don't start to begin the show usually. Now, they do. Some of them do start to begin the show. But even the ones to begin the show, nobody cares about that, man. Y'all can put them up there if you want. But just get to the meat of it, man. Give us what we want to hear about and quit patting yourself on the back for doing what you're supposed to do. Gun control is for the law-abiding people, not the criminals. Exactly. Sort of ass backwards, right? Gun control should be for people that don't deserve to have guns. But it is very hard to determine whether someone's going to do something like this. It's just impossible, man. Like I said, they're going to find a way to do it regardless of what you do. So there's much you can do. Maybe y'all should concentrate on maybe putting more resources into mental health, because that's a very that's a area that's really neglected. Mental health, people with mental health problems are neglected. Most of them are just left to go on the streets. You see homeless people all the time. Most of them have mental health issues, and they just didn't have family that cared enough about them to get them any help whatsoever. And the help that you can get ain't much. So if you want to concentrate on something, concentrate on identifying mental health issues a little bit better. Daniel Looney says gun control is hitting your target. Take guns away. You just get a knife and crime at best. Their argument to that, Daniel, is that you can't kill as many people with a knife as quickly. But if you're wanting to kill masses amount of people, there's other ways of doing it other than using a gun. You can put some kind of poisonous substance in the air or in the water, or like I said, take a 2,000-pound car. It ain't got to be a big car. You can get in a Toyota Camry and just drive down the campus of some university and just start running over people, man. Taking away guns ain't going to stop it. And that's why I come in here and done this video today, so that those people out there that are going to come in here and thinking they got a victory over this horrid situation, trying to take some kind of glee and politicizing it, you're all cowards, man. You're all cowards. Y'all need to go somewhere else, man. If y'all don't like the way things are done here in America, just go somewhere else. Y'all said y'all were going to do that anyway, right? Trump said he rejects the left calling for more gun control. People do the shooting, not the gun. Exactly. I understand their argument. Well, if they don't have a gun, they can't do the shooting. But it goes back to what I just said. about 3 or 4 times already. They're going to find a way. They're going to find a way. But I just wanted to jump in here real quick and get y'all's thoughts on that, and try to get ahead of the curve on these liberal spastics that are going to come in here and just start grilling nonstop about, see, we told you should do away with guns. I just wanted to go ahead and nip that shit in the bud. With that, I'm out of here. KMCA to all of those liberal spastics. Class is now dismissed.